You'll never guess what I've been up to for the last 3 days, but it's all part of the chassis I'm designing, and what I've been able to confirm is I can press in a ball bearing from one direction, just like the Flyer guys, and the bearings will snap in place and stay, and they are in perfect alignment, axial and all that. And they'll ride like this, so the pressure is always up. So the lower plate is simply a captive plate. It's not going to have any load on it unless you're pulling on the wheels. But in reality, this should give us a very smooth chassis and replaceable ball bearings if we need to. Okay. So given that, then the challenge was how are we going to build the axles, right? Because we have the wheels and we have axles, and they go together in a certain way, and we have a gear and all that. So I had this Dremel drill press in a box, just leftover parts, and I thought, that handle kind of goes down. That could be like a press. That could be a press, but I don't have the right parts to press what I need to press. Okay, coming right up. So I come up with some templates, some plastic parts. With this new printer, it prints fast and it prints accurate. So this is a base plate here. It'll be screwed down. This is the adapter plate, and it actually is made for a wheel. Let me get one. So you can press the wheel in inverted like that, and you can stack the pieces up, the rim, the insulator, and the hub, and press them all together in this form here. So once they're pressed together, then you want to prepare the shaft and the axle. So I've made this thing, and it has a depth that is exactly the depth we need to press this down. So you would set this up here, and I have another one just like it. So you put that on top, and then you press those two together, and that keeps the gear square and directly in the center of the shaft. So once you have that done, then you can take these parts off, put the wheel back on, put this on, and if you want, you could put this on the open shaft. Oh wait, before you do that, right? Before you do that, you have to get a bearing and put it in like that, right? Okay, so you get the bearing, you do that. Okay, now you get the wheel. Now you press this down, and it still has the stop, so it's only going to press it so far, and then it's going to stop. Then you take this out after it's assembled and all that, this one, right? And you flip it over, and you put in the next wheel. Crap. You put in the next wheel, right? And you put in his bearing, and then you put the assembly back on, and then the upper, there's an adapter for the upper plate. Once you take this off, there's another adapter that is actually that cavity again, and it comes down over the wheel and centers everything and squares it up, and then you press it down, and you've got everything pressed. The axle stops at the end of the wheel, and the gear is in the center, and you've got two ball bearings that can slide around on the axle, and then you go to your engine, and you position the two axles. Well, this one wouldn't work, right? You'd have the real one. with the gear, we go in the middle. You position your two axles, and you just push it down until it goes snap. Right? Now you've got the gear and the drive wheels with the ball bearings. Oh, I forgot one thing. We're going to add a pin here and a pin in the upper one to locate the mounting screw or the side rod boss, whichever is there. So we're going to have a pin or a hole so we can locate these wheels. You know what I mean? Oh heck, I don't have any. Do you know what I mean? This kind of wheel. We're going to locate that wheel with a hole and these wheels with a pin. And so you'll clock them, right? We'll have one. But I've looked it up. We know what the rules are. One direction here, and the only way you could put the fixtures on those holes line up perfectly. So every axle assembly will be clocked, pressed to the right depth, and the gear will be centered, and they will all have ball bearings that are pressed into 3D printed chassis. And on top of that, I have some really good lead tape used in golf clubs and whatnot. But the beauty of it is this is heavy lead. It's heavier than normal lead, so you won't need as much to have the weight. This, I don't know what this weighs, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good heft. So we can ballast the lower plate and the upper plate with lead, and then create some cavity, put the lead in, and then when we bolt it, like this plate here, this won't have any holes in it. It'll just be a flat plate, and it'll have a cavity all along the top here, except for where the bolt holes go. That'll be supported, so we can cut the lead and press it in where there is a cavity, and then this upper plate will be weighted and the lower plate will be weighted as well. So that's what I've been doing for about 3 days, and I'm printing this part right now. I have, that's wood. That just pretends to be my board. But we may make it all plastic eventually. But I have these two parts made, and this is a spacer I needed, and this part's getting printed. And I have this part, and we have these wheels, and so this part will be the next one, and it's going to be a little messy, but I think we can handle it. And it's going to be on the back side. It has this hole for the wheel, or you can put that in and hold the axle that way. But it just slides on. This locks on with that tab, then this one slides on and it stops exactly where it should be, and we should be good to go. And this old boy has just been working like a champ. It really has. He's been doing a great job. And there's the part. There it is, working his tail off, sucking that plastic off. Look how fast that roll is going. He's putting her down. He is really putting it down. Unbelievable. This haze, you peel it off. I just haven't gotten around to it. You actually do get to see in. Plus I have a camera. I'm going to install it so I can look on here, I think, or on my PC. And I also have some lights that I can turn off and on and see what's going on inside. So yeah, so anyway, that's it. Gotta run. The boss is called. I'm in trouble, as usual. Okay, so wheel and axle assembly for the next generation chassis is coming together later.